folks. Welcome back to the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I will be your host, Douglas Smythe from PhoenixArtsandAccoutrements.com. And with me, as always, on my side, he's to my right, or stage left, but that's Scott Austin Miller, right?
Oh, me. Yeah.
Point the other direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
Point the other way. There we go.
That's Scott
That's me.
there. Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Down below, Mr. David Gonzalez from
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Okay. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. As I was telling these guys and some of you before the show, I just recently downloaded this new program called ManyCam, and that will give us the capability of putting like our names below in like a lower third type style. Not that you really need it, because most of you know who we are, but for those who are just joining us for the first time, like Raul P, welcome. That'll be for your benefit. So can everybody hear us okay out there? Are there any problems on the viewer end?
Brian was right on it. Yep.
Yeah, everybody seems to be good.
All right.
Excellent. Okay. So we have a very unique show for you all today. First of all, it's really, you, the viewer, are what make this happen. Without your input, it's the interactiveness of the show doesn't transpire. Thus,
it's lame.
make the show, really lame.
Yeah.
So,
without you guys, it's just three guys talking about shaving, and let's face it, that's not all that exciting.
Exactly.
It makes it a little without the whole crowd involvement. It just kind of weird. We just sit here and talk to each other.
Like humming nervously. But so today, typically, historically, we'd have a guest on the show. But today, we figured the best guest for our New Year's show would be all of you. So what we're going to do is give different people, different folks at different times, 10 minutes. 10 minutes on the owl clock. I'll set this little timer. I don't know if you can hear that.
No.
10 minutes, and you're in the hot seat. I'm telling you, it's making a noise. So with that said, Scott, who should we pick for? Should we have? Sometimes it's tough to pick somebody. Maybe someone wants to volunteer first to get the ball rolling. What do you think?
Anybody want to step up?
What do we got out there?
You can either.
We got Zach.
Zach.
Who's Zach?
Zach wants to jump in.
Okay.
I volunteer as tribute.
That's a pretty damn good first guess, man. Zach knows a lot of shit. He tries to stay low key in the groups and everything, just to kind of avoid any of the drama that we know that could happen. But Zach knows his stuff, man. He's good people.
Yep.
Hop on in, Zach.
This is his first time even watching the show on this format, so I'm surprised he even knows what he's doing.
Okay, the owl has been set. I just realized I had my wrong camera on.
You have the wrong camera on? How do you have the wrong camera on?
I have two cameras.
I was going to say he's got like 8, but whatever.
You're extremely Douglas.
I don't know how I roll. Do we have Zach with us?
Said, give me a sec.
What the hell? Were you watching the show in your underwear? Now you got to put clothes on? What the hell's going on here?
All right.
It's totally ruining the flow of our show here, Zach.
He's got to hide his addiction from the public. Doing this in a very private place.
So, what's going on here?
What browser are you using, Zach? Mozilla? Okay, you have to.
That's what we're doing something new. We're trying to get people in here, and now we don't. Now we have to work out all the technical issues with them.
You have to make sure that you approve the use of your webcam.
Well, let's.
Up at the top right hand side of your address bar, there should be a little icon for your webcam. You click on that and make sure that it's approved to run it.
That's why I do things on my phone. My phone is so damn easy. I don't have to approve shit. I jump on the website and I'm here.
Yep. But let's see.
It's weird. Both of my cameras are on.
Okay. We can move on to somebody else if you'd like.
Okay, there was another individual that wanted to come on here.
Who was it? It was
Steve?
ABGESQ. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Dark Razor.
Well,
That's
we're gonna have to settle with Sharky.
Oh, Sharky.
Mr. Balls himself.
All right.
Can we see Sharky?
Oh, Darth Razor, very nice. That's the ABGG.
Hey!
He's another SoCal guy.
There he is.
Peter. Damn, Peter's almost too short to come out on his own
I know,
camera.
it barely shows up on the webcam.
Raise my chair. I think I need a high chair.
Didn't help much, man.
Are you in a walk-in freezer, Peter?
No, that's my office.
Oh.
I've got your so proudly displayed though.
Oh, nice. Off camera.
So how are you guys doing?
Good, Peter. We have you for 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Let's go.
All right.
So let's do this. Today we're going to be talking about all of our New Year's wet shaving fantasy stuff. We're going to do resolutions, predictions for the future, and we're going to start with you, Peter Shakarlis. For those of you who don't know Peter, give us a little introduction of who you are, what you do, where you're at.
All right. So, I mean, I'm just like you guys. I just love the hobby. And so I've been wet shaving for a few years now. Have a YouTube channel, Shaving with Sharky. I've been doing that for about a year. I just started a business. So the shavingshoponline.com.
Little plug there.
So, and Douglas was nice enough to make my signature scent, which is
Which is awesome.
Anyway,
You haven't got that Casablanca is awesome.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a nice job. So as far as predictions, is that what
Well, first I'd like to know what your shave resolutions are this year, Peter.
Well, I didn't make it. But I'll tell you, I would like to spend a little bit less with. I've got probably 180 soaps, so I'm going to probably. You won't like this, Douglas, but I'm going to probably buy less soaps. So that's probably one thing. Actually, I'm not even close to finishing up a tub. I mean, I'm not even close. So it would be nice to finish off one tub.
Yeah, that's not part of it.
Have you finished off the tub yet?
No, I'm about 3 years into wet shaving, and I haven't finished a single thing. I haven't finished an aftershave. I'm almost close to finishing my first bottle of Thayer's Witch Hazel, but I still haven't even finished that shit. So yeah, that just tells you. And I got 2 bottles sitting on the counter next to it that are full. So yeah, that kind of tells you my sick obsession.
Yeah, so that's one thing. And the other, you know what I'd like to really start? I want to do more with honing. So I've got some stones. I'm going to get some more stones, and I want to become more proficient with honing. Not so much. I'm not interested in doing honing up for anyone, but I just for my own purposes. I mean, I can maintain an edge, but I'd like to become more proficient at it for sure.
Right on. Do you have anything near you, Peter, that you've been using for this week? Anything new you'd like to show our viewers at home?
Well, I show you what I just got in from. Was it TVB Shaving in Italy? I didn't even know.
Floyd Blue.
So this is a big bottle. So this just came in. I got from
that's the word supply right there, isn't it?
Struth.
Struth.
That's nice. This is nice stuff.
Yeah, I need to make another batch that.
Yeah, so it's smells like leather, but I don't know. I'm catching like marzipan. Is there marzipan in here? There's
a little bit of almonds in it. Gunpowder, leather, carrot seed extract. There's a lot going on in there.
Wait, where did Struth come from? Where who makes that?
Oh, from Khan's. Well, Douglas makes it.
Oh, Douglas makes it. Okay.
I got that from Khan. So that's I think that's the signature set, right? Yeah, that's what Khan and I collaborated with Khan for a meetup. The cut or paste and cut forum over in Australia had a big meetup, and we did a special soap and aftershave, unbeknownst to them at the time, for them, and Khan surprised them with it. And then with what was left over, he's incorporated into his shop, and I'll be making more. Yeah, it's nice. At thestraywhisker.com, right? I think that's what it is, the straywhisker.com. So he opened up.
.au.com, I think.
.com, yeah, .au, okay. So he's got a beautiful site. I mean, you know Khan, he does everything with class. So he's done a really nice job. So you guys should check that out. Yes. Yeah. I also tell people, there's like a built-in discount when ordering from some of the Canadian guys and from Australia because of the exchange rate. Yeah, it's really a good deal. So you should look into it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. It's good for us, bad for them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So what else do I have? I mean, I didn't expect to show. Oh, I got a couple things in from Holy Cow. So I got their Vetter Vertal. That came in. And so much for our New Year's resolution.
I know, right?
And this one, Jamestown Gentleman.
Yeah, let me tell you, while Peter's over here in California, we'll be having the conversation of, oh man, I don't want to buy this, and that. And before he even finishes the conversation,
he'll hand over.
It would what would be like the end of the paragraph in a book or something. He's already buying the shit that he said he didn't want to buy. So,
we were at Justin's place for like 4 hours, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, honestly though, that happens to all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not for you, David, because you have these stores right next door to you, so you have the option to go all the time. But when we get out there to California, we're like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That should be bad news.
Zero self-control.
Bad news for my wallet.
Yeah, it always is. Well, we got Sharky here. You guys have any other questions for him, or do one of you want to feature what you've been shaving with this week?
No, well, we have Sharky for this little bit more time,
Yeah.
so I was going to ask, what's next for the Shaving Shop Online? I know you always have a lot of things brewing, and we've had some brief discussions before you even opened it. So what's next?
Yeah, so I'm working with a couple new artisans. I just received some samples that I've distributed out, and just to get feedback from a few guys. I've got more coming in next week. So the thing is, I want to keep this really fresh, and I want to, rotate new things in all the time. So anytime somebody goes to visit the site, there's something new to see and to consider. And that is definitely new. That's coming in. You're sending it out Monday, right?
Yes, this will be out in about, so you'll probably get it by, hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, this stuff is going to be the bomb. It actually has rose absolute and tobacco absolute in it as well, Peter. So it's really deep. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and is it cardamom that's in there?
Cardamom,
I think. But
saffron, it'll be saffron, honey,
not cardamom. Yeah,
smoke, Arabian rose, tobacco. Rose Absolute.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I can't wait to smell that.
Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
Yeah. I think so. The feedback has been really, really good with that. So, for good reason. And I think you're going to need to make another batch soon. Well, they'll be able to get it from your site as well.
Yeah, so. But I always have a batch going. That batch has been going since you got your first shipment of the soap. It's just the aftershave and cologne takes a few weeks to mature. So it's been about 6 weeks 5 to 6 weeks maturing, and now it's ready. So, yeah, that always happens when people rush you to make them a soap and they want an aftershave too. It's like, well, it doesn't really work like that.
Yeah. So, anyway, to answer your question, David, I have new stuff coming in. I'm going to be introducing. I'm extending the line of strops. So you have that one, that tri-strop. So I'm coming out with a tri-strop XL, which will be really the same thing but a little bit longer. So that's coming out. Yep.
Oh, very cool. Yes.
Cool. I really like this strap. What I really like about it is the leather piece is nice, thick, and sturdy. So I don't get an over amount of like that flex to where you think you may roll the blade. It's just a solid piece of leather that I just really enjoy using. It's actually probably the one I've liked using the most. Now, albeit the strap, in terms of straps, is probably my least experience in wet shaving. I've used about 4 of them. This has been my favorite thus far, though.
Good, thank you.
And I've had like the straight razor designs, the modular strap, and I've had some other beginner straps and stuff. This is the one that I like using the most so far.
Yeah, you're gonna get drunk.
The price point is really, really good for the strap. It has a nice draw to it, and so the design is. And I'm not aware of anyone else doing anything like this. So I just thought of it and I just ran with it. But it's got 2 different linens, so that's why we call it the tri-strap.
So it's got a softer linen that you can add some abrasive to it, right? So if you want to, maintain that edge, and then it's got a harder linen that I use really after honing. So you can go to that harder linen as well. The softer linen is also good right after shaving, and if you want to kind of dry off the razor, then hit the leather. So it's pretty good. Not bad.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Scott, we just lost you because of poor internet signal, as well as David.
Really?
But 10 minutes is up. Peter, we're going to throw you back into the pond.
All right.
They're asking for your website.
Hey, by the way, this is a lot better than that Google thing that you guys
yeah. We'll see.
There was a lot of positive feedback.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, seats open. Who's next, people? We have 10 minutes for you. 10 minutes in the hot seat. What do we got? We got Darth Razor. Here he is.
All right.
See Clash of the Titans?
Haven't seen it.
No, geez, it's a classic. It's okay. Darth, are you there?
I'm younger than you are.
There he is.
I haven't seen it.
Hey.
Greetings, sir. Where's this? No shaving t-shirt.
How's it going, buddy?
Yes, likewise. Happy New Year to you as well. So, wet shaving resolutions, Darth, or predictions, if you will.
All right. So, the first thing that came to mind was sabbatical. That was quickly trashed because there's just no way that's going to happen. There's just
why do people even talk about that?
Out there. I've got enough coming in the mail. I'm on your site like nightly, David. I've got every T-shirt. So after that, I think honing is something I definitely want to try to get into this year. I want to make this the fully self-sufficient year. So not sending it out anymore for honing if I can help it, and then just spreading the word for the hobby. That's the plan. Just absolutely trying to get to the point where people don't give you that look when you say you're into shaving.
I'm really into wet shaving. Yeah, it's always awkward at the point.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that give you that off-color look when you're like, "Oh yeah, I love shaving."
I got it 2 days ago at work.
What the hell are you talking about? But
I was just at Disneyland. David was saying that picture from the roller coaster, and one of the displays had these badger brushes, and I went inside. I'm like, "Hey, where are the brushes that you're selling for those?" And the guy gave me the weirdest look, and he goes, "Hey, sir, that's just a display. We don't really sell those here." And I was so distraught.
Those are antiques.
On my face. Yeah, I'm like, oh well, maybe next time. And I just kind of slunked out with my family, all ashamed.
You should have just snatched one off of that display. That would have been awesome. Like, look, I stole this badger brush from Disneyland. That would have been amazing.
Going back.
Oh, did we lose?
Got a second chance.
David, can you see everybody?
Yeah, I can see everybody. It's working all right. That's the first time
I can see everybody else except for.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, no, this is the first time I think for a lot of people today, actually.
Yep.
You never really know what you're going to get. Zarek, any predictions for the wet shaving future of 2016?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the year. I think Gillette's going to go on board, release some kind of special release safety razor. I think there's been a lot of rumors on the forums about that. I'd like to see that happen. But that said, I went through my DE phase first. I've been doing it for a couple of years, and at this point, I'm pretty much exclusively straights. But I think this is the year that I think more people will get on board, so to speak, and start thinking that the cartridge razor isn't the only thing around. So again, I'd like to see that get just spread exponentially, just to justify our own addictions.
Yeah, like we were right.
It's just
it's definitely one of those. It's like, see, I was ahead of my time, so to speak.
Yeah, we're just ahead of the curve. That's all. We're just ahead of the curve.
Now, with that said,
adding onto the house to build a bigger shave den.
Yep.
I'm gathering. I'm looking at them. You have probably 120 people watching right now.
Let's see. That's people that have viewed. We've got 25 live right now.
Okay, 25. Because I think a lot of those people, 75 of them at least, probably have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I got to admit, guys, there's definitely like a Truman Show feeling going on for me right now, being on the show. awesome. Just want to say shout out. You guys are all great. Thanks for having me on for my brief, actually 10 minutes of fame. So I'm actually getting a 5-minute reduction. Kind of weak, but we'll get through it.
You got any?
I'm sure I'll be back on again. It's not going to be the only time we do this.
Awesome.
I'm pretty positive on that. So
yeah, no, I'm actually
5
really
plus another 5 again.
This might be the way to go. It really adds more of a community aspect to it. That said, again, Darth, where are you? I can't see you.
I can see him.
That always frightens me when I can't see him. Just because I'm one. Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. It's on my computer. I'm not sure what's going on. But Darth, do you have anything you'd like to feature this week that you've been shaving with or using a lot lately?
Yeah,
Christmas presents.
Great that Sharky was just on. I kind of went nuts on his store, bought everything. The Freud Blue is probably my. I think that or the Savoy are my favorites. Also Casablanca, of course, with your formulation. I think his stuff's great. The other thing I'm seeing a lot of is custom brush makers. I think I'm hopefully about an hour away from getting the mail call of the Illuminati finally. So they're going to start seeing some of the custom guys moving on to the more mainstream front.
Right.
I've got a couple more things I want to get going by Brushcraft. If you guys know him, I think he does amazing work.
He does.
So yeah, the amount of artisans, the amount of, whether that's on the hardware or software front is just blossoming, and which is a good thing, number one. But number two, does not bode well for my kids' college fund.
She's still young.
Yeah, no, they're going to be fine. Look, I'm going to homeschool. It's going to be fine. I had my daughter say, look, I'll go to barber school. I was like the proudest dad in the world.
Yeah.
God. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like that much. So we'll get through
Very nice. Yeah. The whole artisan brush movement. I have maybe about 3-4 brushes that are from like big companies, and I have maybe about another 10 to 12 that are all custom handle stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of addicted to the custom handle thing. I can't really do the
that's kind of where I'm at too.
And it's like, anymore.
It's yet another thing where there's custom variations. I mean, whether it's scales or brush handles, and they're coming out with new. And by the way, between that and the Star Wars merchandising, David, obviously you've got some great stuff. The lightsaber brush and handle are great. Oh, I need that. I just need that. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know how big you are on doing the Facebook stuff, bro. But Aaron that does these, he also has them in different colors. You got to do them like in
because
black.
they're 3D printed, aren't they?
I think like a bronze color. He's also they're 3D printed. He's also making the matching DE and brush handle stands now. And it has the emblem of the Empire and the Rebellion.
Dangerous. It's just dangerous. By the way, 3D printing will be awesome for this hobby. Whether it's scales, brush handles, there's so very very light safety razor handles. I think 3D printing could be an interesting.
I can't wrap my mind around it. Like it still baffles the hell out of me.
The 3D printing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
pretty crazy.
Be able to go online and say, give me download instructions for the, double DE open comb or something like that, and you print it at your house if you live on Mars or something. Not to get freaky.
Yeah.
And there's more people doing this stuff too. There's another gentleman. I'm not gonna say his name because he said he's gonna design some shaving stuff first and then release it all at once. But he's I talk to him often on Instagram that he's gonna be releasing some stuff pretty soon. Real nice guy. So I look forward to some of the stuff he has. This is gonna be much more widespread and coming out there more. And I really love what Aaron did with this handle in particular. He actually bored a hole in it and actually stuffed tungsten inside the handle. More weight. Yeah, so it's not super heavy, but it's very comparable to any of the acrylic handles I have. So it doesn't feel like a cheap piece of paper. It actually feels like a solid,
one of my concerns,
awesome,
shaving brush.
I think my next path is going to be Scuttles. Douglas, I just got yours. I think it's awesome. Notwithstanding the drama on the forum the other night about that, I think it's a great product. And,
that's so weird.
Scuttles stuff. On Etsy are a great find. That's another thing I'm finding as well.
Yes. Scuttles. That's where I used to go back in the day, was to Etsy for my Scuttles.
Yeah, the only scuttle I have is a Georgetown pottery one, which is nice, but I only do a scuttle shave maybe a couple times a year, just for that warm lather feel. But I don't use them too often.
I think
they're nice
another thing to have.
It's a cool option.
Like I said, I had like 2 inches of space left in the den.
Yeah, no, I definitely think they're coming back. And I think more people. I mean, I myself, I'm a face latherer, but I still use my scuttle.
So am I.
Keep the brush in between passes. And
I'm a face latherer. I thought I wasn't going to have a need for a scuttle. I end up just putting the brush in there in between passes and just having it warm. I like it better than I thought I would.
And with the Illuminati, if you use it with the Illuminati or the switchback, any type of brush with a metal handle, that'll hold the heat in there too. Yep. So it's like that, awesome. And in combination, it's just like a guaranteed hot lather. It's just something else.
Yep.
So I'm glad we're revisiting those because I thought people were done with them, but no, they're coming back. Okay, that's
bring more stuff, more categories of stuff to just get addicted to.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Exactly. Dart, thanks for checking in with us, and Happy New Year to you.
Guys, thanks so much. Happy to give it on the show. I'll give my spot up for someone else. And again, total Truman Show thing here.
Welcome, my
world. It was a pleasure to be able to put a face to the name, buddy. Hey, take care, and I'll talk to you online.
Pleasure.
He was at the meetup. You didn't meet him at the meetup?
Yes, I did, but I didn't know who he was when he ordered a shirt, and then he added me on Instagram, and it's under Darth Razor. So if somebody has an alias, I kind of let them just stick with the alias as opposed to asking their real name, just for the simple fact that I don't know if they want their name out in public like that. So I just left it at this. So I didn't connect the two, but you know.
Okay, guys, we got Ronnie coming up in the hot seat. Before we add Ronnie to the show, though, you got anyone of you want to feature something or show us what you've been shaving with or using this week?
I had an awesome shave. My first shave of the year. I used a very polarizing product. I use
That's so 2015 polarizing.
Yeah, that's what it is, and it fits because there's a lot of products out there that people either fall in love with completely or absolutely hate. I'm one of the people that actually really enjoy this scent. I really enjoy the performance, and even though it's expensive, again, the way I wrote these products, this is probably going to last me about a decade. So it doesn't bother me so much as other people. I guess when you think of it in the grand scheme of things, this specifically the amount of money you pay for it. But again, this is going to last me literally 10 years. So I loved it. I always pair it with Floyd Black, which is, I love this scent too. And this one actually lasts longer than some people say. Some people say that it'll go away within an hour. I was still smelling this about 3-4 hours afterwards. So pretty nice. And I finally,
body chemistry makes a big difference too when it comes to that. You know?
I would imagine things just react great to me. I just make things work. That's just how it goes. And then actually, for the first time using it on myself, I actually used the Crown King Chevette. I cut hair as a hobby, so I use it on other people. I have like clean up people's edges with it and so on and so forth. But
Thanks
actually,
for clarifying. That's not weird.
But I actually used it on myself yesterday, and this shit is aggressive. This is an aggressive ass razor. I didn't cut myself like my buddy Scott over here did, but yeah, this thing is that
was bad.
Serious.
Did you adjust the blade though? Did you watch my video?
Well, yeah, I did, but I have the full blade in here. I wanted to try it on with the full blade, and when you have the full blade, it doesn't have much adjustment. You got to kind of have to do it more with the half blade for that circumstance, because this top portion right here, whatever the hell you call that, this little flap pushes it back down. It helps it be more aggressive again. So
it's got try it with a half blade, but it does have a little play. Don't overextend it past the clip though. So with the clip down, you do have a little bit of play with it, but it's a little, you gotta tweak it out a little bit, but there's room for adjustment. Yeah,
I wanted to try it with the full blade, and again, I'm pretty comfortable with my straight razor stuff. Again, I'm more predominantly a straight razor shaver, so I knew I could handle it, but I could still that blade exposure is no fucking joke. So I'm gonna probably the next time I use it, it'll be with
that's one setting. That's try the half blade. Now with that,
I wouldn't recommend that full blade for a new shaver or anything like that. Definitely go with the half blade.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Ronnie in. Since Ronnie is Mr.
Significant.
Since Ronnie is Mr. Shavette, who just started the forum, I just spoke about Ronnie in our last podcast that we released yesterday. So let's hear what Ronnie has to say.
Ronnie's cool. Also, next up after Ronnie, I want to see Tom. Tom's a good buddy of mine, dude. And that fool That dude has some awesome shit too. So
Ronnie, you there?
Yeah, he does.
I'm trying here. Let's see.
There he is.
There he is.
We got no light.
You can kind of see him.
Shadow creature.
Okay, I'm not sure why there's no light here, but
That's getting better. It's getting better.
Ronnie has absolutely no features right now. He looks like a shadow of Scott.
I have a lot of light in the room. I'm not sure what's going on.
But somehow better looking. I'm not sure.
Wow. Things got intimate. Must be the lighting. Welcome to the show, Ronnie. How you doing?
Hey, it's great to be here, guys.
Hey, Ronnie.
What do you got, Ronnie? New Year's resolutions for wet shaving resolutions, rather. What are you thinking?
Well, watching this, you guys have been talking about straights a lot, and that's kind of been my nemesis, is trying to get that edge maintenance down. The stropping thing has sort of baffled me. I don't mind the time and the routine, but I just can't seem to do it right, and so I can't maintain an edge. So that's frustrated me, and I'm hoping to get a grip on that. And the only way I think I can do it is to actually get with Billy T personally, which I may be able to do at one of these home meetups they have in the New York area. But other than that, it's kind of tough. What's that?
There's one coming up.
Well, there's a meetup, but I talked to Bill. Actually, he'll be able to probably do some stropping. That's on January 30th.
Yeah.
But as far as honing goes, that's a different story. That's okay. I have some stones.
Ronnie, reach out to Anthony Esposito. I don't know, maybe if Billy T doesn't want to maybe take out his stones. If you reach out to Anthony Esposito, I guarantee you, he'd probably drag out his stones out there and show you a little something, man.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that. That's a great suggestion because I have some stones myself. But that's kind of gotten me. So I don't want to sell my straights. I've got probably a dozen just collecting dust. So I've been kind of doing the shavette thing for a while, but I want to try to do that also. What's that?
Me, I'll give them up to good use.
Well, yeah, that's, I sold one razor and I'm regretting it terribly. So I don't want to sell anymore, but I've been buying some more shavettes. And that Crown King thing is just awesome. But my mother saw it and kind of scared her. She said, "Oh, that looks like a scary razor, But when you were holding it up now, David, I just love to look at that thing. It's just fantastic. And you get a great shave with it too, obviously. I haven't tried the full blade, though. That's,
Level 2.
But I did watch your video, Douglas, on how to adjust that blade exposure. So that'll be helpful, obviously. And then, like you say, Douglas, that shavette group has been kind of growing legs a little bit as we go and getting some discussions going. And I like it.
What's the name of it, Ronnie? Shavette World?
Shavette World, yes.
So for our viewers out there, that if you're interested in joining a straight shavette forum, also Shavette World on Facebook is something to check out.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool because I actually started shaving with a Chevette. I didn't start off with a DE razor like a lot of people. I actually started off with the Chevette razor.
Yeah, I tried to start off with a Chevette, but I went to the art of shaving not knowing much, and the Dovo was out, so I wound up starting with a Progress long handle for a while, and I always wanted to get into the Chevette, but boy, that was a tough thing for me. Some people pick it right up. For me, it looked like I got in a fight with a cat all the time. It was just terrible. But slowly but surely, I made my way along and had a whip dog straight in between. And, I just love the whole straight thing. I know that, Douglas, you talked in the podcast how they're totally different. For me, they're very similar, in the technique and everything. But, we can argue that point all day long. Obviously, to the casual observer, the Chevette, you don't have a lot of blade exposure, so you can only do so much damage. I've dug a straight razor into my head trying to shave my head with it. I don't know if you've done that or not, Scott, but it can be kind of rough.
Yeah.
So
just a few cuts.
Yeah. So, on the back of the head is always where you go. But, I've gotten much better with it. I don't even realize it now that I'm using such a light touch. But that was my biggest problem is trying to use a light touch with that. So as far as New Year's resolutions go, though, I'd like to get some of my products that I don't use out into the BST and maybe get some stuff in that I'd like to get. That'd be because I have a lot of stuff that's collecting dust, and every now and then I get rid of one or two things, but I probably got about a couple of dozen soaps that I can move out and then maybe get some new stuff in. That would be really nice. I'd like to do that. So
awesome. Anything particular you've been using recently you'd like to feature?
I like my Edwin Jagger. I've been using the limes and pomegranate cream, and I'm just about out of the pre, so I've got to order that. I guess it doesn't come in a tub anymore, so I've got to get it in a tube. But I like that EJ stuff, and I've been using my Edwin Jagger synthetic brush. And then with the Chevettes, I'm just going nuts. I'm using a different one all the time. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm digging up stuff I haven't used. The Dovo, the Dreadnought, the Crown King, the I've got the Sanguine. I've got the Feather DX that I just dug up. I didn't realize I had it. It's huge difference from the SS, and it's fantastic. You know, it's like a whole rebirth for me. So there you go.
That is really cool. That is Well, you're the Shavette man now. I mean, like, you've really I'm just really stoked about it to see this whole thing taking off with the page and whatnot. You'll probably be testing out a lot of companies.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, and it worked out well because, like I said, I jumped on that Crown King. You know, when I first saw it, I said, "Yeah, another Shavette, whatever." You know, I have to be honest with you, Douglas, but I'm glad that I got it, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm just, like you said, I mean, I think this is going to take off a little bit. It's nice to have a place we can talk about Shavettes without people saying, "I got a straight razor." You know, that's no good.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny because I just spoke about that on the podcast, and then I don't know if you saw the post I tagged you in yesterday, but I'd already recorded that podcast, and sure enough, on that post, on some other forum, someone's asking about Shavettes, and guys start coming in bringing up straight razors. And I was like, it's exactly what Ronnie was talking about. Anytime someone brings up Shavette.
Again, we get so overly emotionally involved with the products that we use that everybody wants to close off other shit. Yes, I understand that the weight of a Shavette is different than a straight razor. Who gives a damn? The same blades that we get great shaves out of a DE razor are the blades we use for these Shavettes. So as long as you're not lame and you develop your own skill, you can get awesome shaves from it. But it's just a bunch of clumsy people that don't know what the hell they're doing that want to complain.
Right. And, of course, the other thing is everybody talks about there's no rules, but then they all have these rules that they have, you know, like you got to switch hands or you have to use this kind of a blade or this kind of a cream with this kind of an aftershave and all kinds of stuff. What do you pair? What do you match it with? And so that's where that comes in, Douglas, where they say, you know, use a straight razor, bahaha, and all this stuff. It's just, it's whatever works for you. And like David was saying, you know, it's all the same. We use the same blades. We get the same feel. And so, you know, it's the journey. It's the trying the different things. And like Douglas, you talked about on a long time ago on the How to Grow a Mustache podcast about this hobby is that you get something, you don't like it, you trade it away. You get something else. And I remember that, you know, that's a lot of fun stuff. So there's always that, you know, that ability to keep trying different things. And if it gets expensive, you just get rid of some of your stuff and you're back in business. You know, you have this fire sale, this fundraising thing, you know, we all do it. And then we thin it out and then it goes right back up again. But that's the fun of it. So, and again, Douglas, you know, thanks for mentioning that on the podcast. Cause like I said, the group is growing a little bit here and there. And I like it, you know, it's kind of coming into its own and who knows if there'll be others, but at least we've got the Shavette bashing kind of to a minimum, I think, in some way. So I like that.
I think this is good for Shavette shaving, and I'm glad you did this, Ronnie. So one last time before we open up the hot seat, where can they find you, Ronnie? And your page?
Well, we've got the group Shavette World on Facebook, and of course I'm peppered through all the other groups as well. But if you go to that Shavette World group, you know that's a good place. We've got a lot of information, a lot of people there who are passionate about Shavettes. Who can give you information about it and talk about their experiences with it. We have videos. We have some printed information, links and stuff. I mean, it's a great place to go. I'm sorry?
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, you know, I mean, that's it, Shavette World on Facebook. And, you know, I don't do a whole lot. I have to say I probably need to, you know, Twitter, I do it in bits and pieces, and that'd be a great place for me to do that, but I don't right now. So I probably need to get with that if this thing takes off. But Shavette World on Facebook. Find me there. Feel free to join, and we'd love to have you.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. Happy New Year.
Thanks for jumping in.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Brian, are you out there?
Or Tom Boniello. Tom Boniello, too. I would like to see him on here.
Oh, there he is. Brian. Can't see you.
Oh.
There. Okay,
he's coming. There it is.
I cut my hair.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Happy New Year, Brian.
Happy New Year, gentlemen.
Hey, Brian.
I hope everything is mellowed out for you. Our condolences from all of us here at the round table.
Definitely. I'd like to say a thank you to the community for all the great support. It was outstanding. Special thanks to the Shave Market group on Facebook. They bought some flowers for the funeral and whatnot, but you know, it was unexpected, but you know, we're moving on because you never know when your time's up, right?
Yes, life's way too short. So Give your family a hug, people.
Somebody, man, but there's so much else, so much more to live for, especially when you have your family, you have your child, So, best of luck with everything.
Yeah.
So, products that this was made by Jonathan Zinn. He doesn't sell these. He took a pottery class. I met him on the forums. Took a pottery class for like 1 or 2 semesters.
Yeah.
And anyways, he says he would like to sell them in the future, but it's kind of like I don't know, barber pole thing to it. It's got a real great size and shape. I'm loving it. So thank you. And
cool, John.
I just got some of the K-Shave works in. I'm really liking the grape one. I like grape soda. So
yeah.
Yeah, they did a hell of a job too with that Grape Delicious set. It's spot on.
It's probably my favorite out of the 4 that I have. But
doesn't Candy's Bubbles? Doesn't Chris do a grape?
Yeah, knee high to a grape.
But the Katie's Bubble I got in was the French Plus formula. I believe he made this for the Boston meetup.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that too. Good stuff.
I just got it for Christmas, but I enjoy it. It's nice.
Yeah.
It was my first French Plus formula soap that I received. So, and I'm taking part of a pass around right now, and I'm trying the Dapper Dragons. It's a soap I've seen out there. They've been around for quite a while. I never had the opportunity to try it.
And he doesn't take part in a lot of social media.
Yeah, you don't.
I think that's what it is. You'll see it in a few shave of the days, but that's about it. But performance wise, it's awesome. I can't say they're my most favorite scents, but scents are. I think they're very subjective to whoever
Definitely
likes whatever. But it's a great product. Works great. Lather's real easy. And yeah,
awesome.
So what's up, gentlemen? I'm on the round today.
Yeah, you are, and we can see you this time. I'm sorry, Brian. I have to read questions at the same time I'm trying to participate here. So if you see me like this, I'm not passing out. I'm actually leaning to read.
Yeah, don't pass out. Don't pass out.
Yeah. Well, while I got Brian here, I want to show Brian some of the stuff I've been using lately.
Awesome.
Foley's Cream. This is from, let's see, I think this is from 1905. This razor. And this razor came free with Foley's Cream, which I'm only imagining was a shaving cream back in the day. I love these old school packages. I wanted to do this with my soap years ago where you paste the paper on there and give it that same feel. But check this razor out. And I think Brian will appreciate this. So it's a single edge. Look at that.
It's a skeleton-looking razor. It doesn't really have a...
It really is. This is what they look like back 100 years ago, or more than 100 years ago. I actually have a treat in here, single-edge blade, but it actually came with its own patent blade without the razor back, so it was just a straight back. Yeah, but this, the angle is so fixed on this thing, it's ridiculous. And then you have the instructions right here with instructions on how to strap it on your leg, or your hand, rather. See that right there? Hand strap the blade.
Now, you said on the blade, it doesn't have a spine on it, correct?
Exactly. The original one. This one I'm using right now does. But the one it came with, didn't have a spine on it.
I saw a review on the One Blade razor pretty recently,
Yes.
and it only takes the blades without the spine. But there was a gentleman who popped the spine off one of his single edge razor blades.
Yeah, I think it was Brian Sharp.
It could have been. There's so many people out there. I'm somewhat bad with names, but
yeah,
I thought it was very interesting. Yeah,
a couple people were doing that. I've seen that. I didn't know Brian was doing that either. But yeah, I actually carry the blades. Bam. But
I seen somebody the other day too on the forums. They're doing hand stropping and they dug into themselves and cut themselves pretty good.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So careful with that, man.
Have you guys tried Krampus yet?
No.
Oh man,
no.
John he's killed it with this. This reminds me, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but it reminds me of cough syrup. This cough syrup I used to take as a child, and I loved it. I love this stuff. Not like loved it, like college loved it, but it's really good stuff. This is honey, myrrh, cider, berries, anise, and fear. I think fear is the top note. And this stuff, if you guys haven't picked this up yet, it's limited edition. Get it while you can. But Krampus and the soap as well. I mean, this stuff. And you guys, you know the history of Krampus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the holiday story they don't tell you. Santa Claus, as we know him, was pretty much written into history by Coca-Cola. But back in the day, it was good cop, bad cop. You had Santa on one side, and you had Krampus, his sidekick. And so this was the enforcer. He would take bad children away in that little basket on his back there. But they don't. And this
I'm all for it.
Actually, yeah, I think drill some fear back in these kids. But and that was pretty much fixed in the 40s.
Whenever I hear about Krampus, though, it always reminds me of Belschnickel, like Dwight Schrute from The Office in one of the last seasons. They do the Office Christmas party, and he does Belschnickel, and it's like Santa Claus, or halfway between Santa Claus and Krampus, and so it always reminds me.
Bad Santa.
Yeah,
nice. So that's, I think, what I've been. Yeah, it's and Ladas. I can't say enough about these blades. Have you guys tried these?
Mm-mm.
No.
Same company makes Voskhod and Rapira.
Oh, cool.
I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not. Yes, they are. Ladas, if you get a chance to pick these up, pick them up. Well worth the shave. I've been using them for the last. I use them off and on. I have a whole package of them in my bathroom back home. Typically, I'll bring home one box of any blade from the office. But when I don't do that, I rely on Ladas. And Ladas are just like, they just impress me over and over again. It's amazing. So that's what I got going on. And
do you care your website does?
I do, yep. And I always will. I can really get behind these. I like all those Russian blades, I have to say. Repairs.
I tried Bosch and I wasn't super thrilled by them.
I love
those.
I didn't like
work
them
for me. But
oh, really?
There's so much love for them out there. I mean,
yeah. Your miles may vary.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's face is going to be different. Like I still haven't tried Rapira, which I have to try the Rapira ones. But Voskhod, I wasn't feeling them too much. They were a little rough for me.
All that for me, but the Voskhod and the Ladas are awesome. Brian, do you have any wet shaving resolutions for this year? Now, yours might be different because you're an artisan as well. So what do we have to look forward to when it comes to jeans?
Well, aftershaves will be removed. So
awesome.
I'm going with an alcohol-based formula, just because I believe it's more traditional, and I personally enjoy the alcohol-based ones. So getting the liquor license and everything squared away has been it's a lot of paperwork and whatnot. But that's what we had to look forward to there. Probably go release at least a few more scents. I don't want to get too heavy with the product line just yet, but I think the feedback's been great. Boy, there's so many photos with my product in it the other day. I couldn't believe it. But thank you guys for that. But personal New Year's resolution for the I want to do more photos with my shave of the days. I'm fairly active in the forums, but sometimes I feel like I'm slacking when it comes to posting my shave of the day photos. I'll post a lot of photos that people send to me with my product in it, and I like sharing those photos a lot. So that's what I've been doing mostly. But I would like to showcase other products from a personal standpoint. And I don't know. I've been thinking about blogging. I kind of been thinking about doing videos, but I don't know. There's so many people doing videos.
Why the hell not?
That's what I'm saying. Why not? I've never done a shave video, and
combine the two. Do a video blog.
Yep, a vlog.
A vlog.
Yeah.
Kill two birds with one stone.
It'd be great.
Yep.
With that said, who else we got out there now? Brian, thank you for popping in, stopping. We're going to get you on for a full episode one of these days, too.
Roger that.
Again, our thoughts are with your family, man. And
thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, brother.
And thank you to the community.
And where can people find out more about you, Brian, and your soaps? Roger
that. JeevesSoaps.com or Facebook, or I'm on the shavedin.com. It's a pretty good forum, and been, trying to get more active on the Twitter and the Instagram as well lately. So follow me.
Excellent.
On the Twitter.
We'll be looking for you, Brian.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, thank you.
Hey, take care, Brian.
See you, Brian.
Seats open. Who do we got next?
My boy Tom. Where's my boy Tom at?
About getting on whether with a phone or a tablet, so we'll see if he's
either or works as long as you watch there. But thanks for popping in, Brian. It's good to hear from you. Good, you're looking good, man. After a hell of a holiday.
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely. What happened to Zach? Did Zach figure out his camera yet, or is he still completely lost?
I think he's still working on it.
Well, while we're waiting for somebody, Scott, what do you got for us?
All right, so I have one of my New Year's shaving resolutions is to go straight for 30 days. So I'm going to do.
Oh, I had no idea.
So straight razors just for 30 days for the first month of the year. I'm going to try and go 30 days. I'm not going to do straights on my head. I'm still going to do DEs and stuff on my head, but but go with straights. And so my first straight shave of the year was with this bad boy.
Oh, wow.
This is a Mike Martinez 7/8. This is the Peacekeeper, the one that took down Wesley Allen's beard.
Oh, God.
And so,
did Wesley Allen get that one made, or is that like a pass run?
So he bought it from Mike, and just to try it out, and for the purposes of the fundraiser with Christopher Peace. And so, he once he actually used it, he decided it wasn't quite for him, just the size and whatnot. And so he's actually sending it back to Mike to exchange out for a different one. And I commented on it, and I sent him a text message. He lives like 20 minutes away from me. And so I sent him a text and was like, "Hey, dude, that blade is sweet." And he was like, "Yeah, you want to try it before I send it back?" Like, of course, So this thing is awesome.
just a little recommendation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used it. Oh, it's fantastic. I love this thing. I mean, it's huge. It really is big. I mean, and it's almost a wedge. There's not a lot taken out of the blade. You can see there. It's a huge blade, and it's really heavy, but it's got a great design to it. I mean, great feel, and the edge that he's put on this thing is just fantastic. I mean, really, it's a good edge when you do your with the grain pass and you can barely feel it, and it's still taking down everything. Yeah. It was just silky smooth and just fantastic. So, highly recommend it. What's that? Yeah, really good work. And you can find him at martinezblades.com. He's out of Texas. Got some really cool stuff going on. So that's one of the things I've been using. But and then I'm going to be starting my. I mentioned last year that I was going to do the Battle of the Bay Rums, and so that's one of my New Year's shaving resolutions as well, is to actually complete that, and I've started into it. So.
Have you checked out the Bay Rum Diaries?
Sounds familiar.
Rob, oh God, I can't pronounce Rob's last name. Rob something Polish. It kind of escapes me. It's fine. But he does BayRumDiaries.com, where he's gone over the last few years.
Yes, I have heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good resource when it comes to finding out about Bay Rums that are out there. That if you're going to do that, try to find Burt's Bay rum. It's been discontinued for about 12 years now. You can find it on eBay. Burt's Bay rum.
Like Burt's Bees?
Mm-hmm. They did the best Bay rum ever. It was like my signature scent 12 years ago, 15 years ago, and it was discontinued. You can find it on eBay every now and then. Totally worth it, but I mean, like, it sets the bar for me when it comes to Bay rum. I tried to recreate it in my Bay rum. I think I came pretty close, but it's like the bomb when it comes to Bay rum.
Interesting.
That's Bay rum to me.
So far, the winner for me right now is Barrister and Man. Bay rum.
Have you tried mine?
I haven't tried yours, actually.
I don't even know why you asked, Douglas. You know damn well Scott.
This is why I like having Scott.
Not true. That's not true.
That's why I like having Scott, because he's not, he hasn't been Dougified, which is good. We want to be fair and balanced as always.
Ginger's Garden makes a nice Bay rum. I actually like Ginger's Garden's Bay rum. Yeah. And then Beaver Woodwright's is pretty cool.
Yeah, his was very good. And Scorpion Steve, yes, I actually have. Oh, I brought all my Bay rums up because I was going to talk about it. I have the OSP Bay rum as well, and it's really good. Really good. As far as authenticity of the scent is concerned, the best one that I've found so far is Barrister and Man. But there are several others that come close, like Mike's Naturals, Ogallala is really good. OSP is excellent.
Oh, that was harsh.
What's that?
The Ogallala, that's a harsh ass.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Zach, I recommend my original Bay rum first, but then mentholate. If you like menthol, it's got enough menthol in there to give you a pretty mean chill without being too cutting when it comes to that menthol scent, without interfering too much with Bay rum. So just a heads up on that. And so we got
whatever happened to Cramperts?
Oh, Cramperts is still around. They still make it.
Yeah, for a while I was hearing that they got real popular, maybe about a year ago, and then I haven't heard anything from them about.
Then we had about a bajillion artisans break out and show that and come out with their own versions. And so,
yeah. Oh, speaking of that, have you guys seen my latest
steeplechase sport? Huh?
I finally did steeplechase in an aftershave. It was just a soap for a while, but I've made it menthol optional. So if you want to mentholate it, you can add this onto the order and make it menthol. If you don't,
so you're shipping menth crystals,
pretty much, for all the menth heads out there. Okay, Gonzo, if you're ready, hop into that seat, man. I don't see anyone hopping into that seat.
Let's have Gonzo, yeah. Do it.
Going blind, baby. Let's go.
There he is. ABG Gesk mentholated it. Mentholating is optional. And Gonzo, you are on the air. Setting the clock for 10.
He's in the van.
What are you doing, Gonzo? Where are you?
I'm driving the Comcast van.
Nice. That's fitting for this show, actually. You might need to stop by here.
Yeah.
Repair. I got it, dude. I got it.
Gonzo, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, gentlemen. Hope everything went well during your holidays. Got lots of goodies.
Is it snowing there, Gonzo? Is this hazardous, what you're doing?
No, it's cold, but it's not snowing. It's like 20s, I think, today. So
you should stop by Arlie's house.
Yeah. He's only like about 15 minutes from my house, so we stop in about every 2 weeks and hang out for a little bit, every Sunday afternoon. So.
Park outside his house and honk the horn, see if we can get him on the show.
Get him and Guzman.
Yeah, exactly, and the cats. So, Gonzo, what are your wet shaving resolutions or predictions for this year?
My predictions are I've got a crap load of soaps that I need to use. So
don't we all?
Master them kind of, with all the different brushes and things like that. Just know how to use them no matter what you do. Because I heard you guys earlier, and I think I listened to your podcast too, Douglas, about revisiting stuff in your den that you've kind of you didn't dislike it, but it's not your favorite. And
right.
learn it to become your favorite. There's a reason you bought it, you know? And I want to learn about that. And then razors, you know, I'm kind of done buying razors for a bit. I think I've got one more custom coming from J.D. Armin, a 6/8 round point. And then I think I'm done for a while. I got some restoring to do.
Right.
And then I'll probably have about 50 straight razors. So I think that's enough.
Yeah.
That's a fair collection.
Yeah. Time to focus on aftershaves.
Believe it or not, Douglas, and you know this because I talked to you early on about aftershaves. At the beginning of the year, I don't think I had any last year.
Then you talk to me.
Going into 2016, I think I have about 28 already. So that's it's a pretty good ramp.
No, okay, maybe we need to move you on to bombs. Pre-shave products, I think.
There you go.
But it's cool because, you know, my wife's allergies were so bad before that I couldn't wear anything. So they've gotten better where I can, you know, do some aftershaves. They calm down for the most part, except for yours, Douglas. Yours hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, we're the last guy at the party. It's based on me.
So I put those on and leave the house before she wakes up. So she doesn't have to deal with that.
Very nice. That was good.
So that's what we do.
That's funny. Any resolutions, Gonzo, aside from trying?
I kind of came in at the end of your Bay Rum conversation there. What was going on with the
Scott?
Hey, so you remember a while back, Gonzo, I was talking about doing Battle of the Bay Rums. And so I'm working on. I'm finally getting started on that with all the Bay Rum soaps that I've collected, and looks like I need to get a few more to make sure it's a thorough experience. But yeah,
cool. And I heard the Ogala.
Ogalala. Ogalala.
It lathers like a beast.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Great soap.
That's what I've heard.
It's fun soap.
So. It'll be fun.
And then, and have you been doing Bay Rum splashes?
Just the soaps for now. Yep.
The soaps, okay.
I've got a few Bay Rum aftershaves that I like and I work with, but I'm just going with soaps for right now.
Scott, how long do you predict this is going to last? This little Bay Rum challenge or whatever?
It's probably going to take me like a month.
You know, at the beginning of it, before you even start, you should make your own Bay Rum. And then by the time you get to the end of it, it'll be ready, or at least close to being ready. And
that's true. Yeah, I might get a couple of weird looks walking out of the state liquor store with a bunch of rum, though.
Oh, not at all, man. Yeah, you probably will. I've just grown accustomed to them.
I'm in Utah. You have to remember.
Oh, right. So. You know, I love Utah only because I've won so many drinking battles because of my visits. I stocked up on beer when I was in Utah. So it was like 2% alcohol in all the Sierra Nevada I bought like years ago. And I was like, I'm totally going to be drinking people under the table when I get back to Massachusetts. And that's what I was doing. I was having competitions at parties and just pounding Sierra Nevada like it was water because it was water from Utah. And so that's you know, that and Zion. Those are like two things about Utah that I really dig.
I lived in Utah for a short bit when I was in charge of some a loading crew for advanced drainage systems out in where the hell was it? I lived in West Valley City, so I enjoyed my time there. But I had long hair. I didn't fit in with the image of
2% alcohol. Oh, look at me, Porter.
I partied hard, and you know I wasn't church. Well, I was a member at like this. There was a jazz club in downtown Salt Lake, and I used to go there, and I was a regular at the bar. And the guy I had to pour the shots into my glass. They're not allowed to when it goes over, I think, 2 shots in a glass. So you have to buy sidecars, and you dump the sidecars into your drink.
Oh, man.
But
yeah, we're funny around here.
I would promote this guy like tons of business because everyone's like, what are you drinking? Oh, Scott's special tonight, whatever. And it had like 6 shots of this, that, and the other thing in it, and it was strong as could be that way. But, you couldn't drink that way, anywhere else. You had to be a member and all that stuff out there. It's a different ball game. That's for sure.
It is.
Certainly. Okay, Gonzo, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And while you're at work, too. You were getting paid to be on the show with us.
That's awesome.
I hope your boss isn't watching. And we're going to take – who are we going to take next in the hot seat? Happy holidays, Gonzo, and thanks for popping in.
Thanks for being here, man.
We're going to get you back on for full show.
Yep.
All right.
Take care, Gonzo.
That'd be fun. Take care, guys.
Going blind.
See you, Gonzo.
Okay, I just wanted to answer some questions. It looks like people are asking me stuff. Someone's asking if they can get extra menthol with this aftershave or just extra menthol, I guess. And the answer is no, not at this time. Just because I was never really planning on doing that. I just took a vote yesterday to see who wanted it mentholated and who didn't. And it was kind of a split. So in order to appease the masses, I decided to do that. But, I was packing little packets of menthol. My eyes were tearing up all night doing this over and over again. So it's really, for time reasons, I'm not going to be selling menthol crystals in a little baggie anytime soon. But who knows, I'm sorry, guys. But you can find menthol crystals online. So just Google that, pick up your own. And
Amazon.
And you'll save money rather than buy them off me. Because when you buy them off me, not only are you paying for the crystals, you're paying for my valuable time. So, because if I wasn't packaging menthol crystals, I'd be making something new. So, go find them at a better price online somewhere.
Looks like Zach's ready to come back in.
Zach? Okay, here we go. You gotta be bad to be good. Where is he? Zach, are you there?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Loading. There he is.
Happy birthday! Happy belated birthday, Zach.
Oh, no. See, I got so many birthday wishes. I'm getting all these emails. I guess, made all my my accounts for New Year's Day. It's not my real birthday, but thank you.
So many people.
What'd you say?
Toying with our emotions.
No. Okay, so here's my New Year's resolutions for shaves. Straight razors, I think, just like everybody else. I've got good gear, but I want to get a couple heavier straights. I'm comfortable with the strops I have. I'm pretty good with, software and stuff. As far as software, I'm trying to, get ready for, maybe a couple years down the road and becoming a vendor as far as making software. For instance, like last week, I've got every oil that I can think of, at least that I've seen or read and used, and just learning the composition of what makes up, these oils, and learning like what's conditioning about them or how they work as far as in a lather. And so just trying to learn, more of the chemistry side of things, maybe just learning how to do bath bars and different body soaps just on the side this year. And then ideally, I'd like to be able to later this year get my hands on a batch of raw badger hair and start at least trying to tie some knots, because that's something for me that is a lot more intriguing than doing the handles and whatnot. I think that there's a lot of people that do great, handles. I've got one guy, Vladimir Ferdman, has an Etsy shop called Love Your Shave, and he's got an excellent, he's just easy to communicate with. He's done a bunch of diamond wood handles for me, and he's really affordable. I've got a bunch of handles coming in from him, as well as Dustin Wade. And so outside of doing, getting some raw badger hair I want to learn how to set knots. And luckily, me and David are close to Justin in Temple City, and he's been really gracious as far as like sharing information on, how the knots are made to his specifications. He's been allowing me to test different types of knots, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. And so it's really intrigued me to get more into the side of brushes, outside of doing handles and whatnot. So
Justin's awesome. Justin Park, Shave Revolution, that dude's good people.
Yep. As far as like, I don't know, like
go
ahead, David.
I would to maybe get into some of these brush handles like Robert did. I would love to see if you could pull off something like this, dude, because I've seen your pottery and you're fucking talented, bro. So if you ever do a stoneware or ceramic handle, I want it. This guy right here. You can even stick one of your hand-tied knots into that son of a bitch.
So yeah, I've been doing pottery for 10 years now. David's got a couple of my pieces. Francis and Douglas have a couple pieces. But the hard thing for me is, doing the handles, you end up taking a lot of material away. And I think the easy thing to do is to be a slip caster. And so I don't slip cast. That's something that I'm willing to get into if you guys are familiar at all with ceramics. But I purely just, make pottery on the wheel. But as far as like trends and stuff, I was so surprised. I think yesterday I saw some people bringing out new razors again, and I think that this is really good. We need more people making stuff on the hardware side. I think that it's really good that a lot of people are getting into the market, but I think people really need to push themselves to get into the hardware side, because I think the software side is a little flooded, and it doesn't mean that it's not good products, but to try and diversify what's being put out there, I think would be good for everybody,
Yes, it's oversaturated at the moment as you start making soap.
Well, like I said, so just to give you an idea, I'm not in any way trying to make stuff by the end of the year, but my plan is if I were to come out into the market and become a vendor, it would be software in my own ceramic containers. And so I'm really trying to challenge myself to, make something that's totally unique to me. And but I'm in no rush to do that. And,
I agree with you, though. I agree. I think more people need to find their niche and where they fit into wet shaving. It seems like everyone wants to make soap now because we've made it look sexy. But there's so many, like, people ask me every day, what, about soap making. Like, I'm thinking of making soap. So they're PMing me. And it's like, first of all, you're too late for the game. If you want to, they're like, well, I want to make some extra income. I'm thinking about retirement. It's like, that's fine. But like, you've made it way too late to the game. If that's why you're doing it, there's so many other things we need out there. There's so many, like, I actually share ideas with people on what is lacking in the wet shaving world that I'd like to see myself, because certain parts of it are getting oversaturated. It's fine with me. I'm so diversified, it doesn't really bother me. But I mean, like, it's just going to get dog eat dog or a race to the bottom with all these different vendors coming out, with all these different soap makers. Everyone's like, free shipping, no shipping, or it's $2 for a soap, $1. It's a race to the bottom. Like, no one's going to be able to make a living off that. So if you really want to do something interesting and make some money while you're doing it, find the things that we need as wet shavers, because there's a lot. There's so many different areas and niches that need to be filled. I haven't seen anyone doing anything yet with it. So, just consider that to the listeners out there. I mean, that's what.
What had happened was, I had quit college, and then I basically did that to pursue ceramics a little bit more. And I was able to kind of teach myself, chemistry as far as how it relates to glazes and ceramics, kind of by myself. And then when I started working for Damon at Old Town Shaving, I had already been shaving, I think, for a couple of years. But for whatever reason, I didn't really know that much about the chemistry side. And I had bought this cosmetic dictionary for any ingredients that you see on the back of any boxes, and it gives you an idea of what it is. And I wrote down every single soap that I had like a major interest in, and I got these big, pieces of paper, wrote down the recipes, for the ingredients on Cella, Parasso, Mitchell's Wolf Fat, all the Italian. I wrote down, a couple of the ones that you had made back when it was How to Grow a Mustache. And then I went to the book, took index cards, and started figuring out what each, individual ingredient was there for. And so it was kind of fun while I was working there. People would always ask me, so what's this ingredient in the soap for? And obviously I could only give them so much because I don't know how they work as far as I've never made soap. But right. I had a good idea of why they're, chosen to, for instance, they'd say, I don't like chemicals. And I'd say, well, tetrasodium.
Everything's chemical.
Yeah, exactly. So I tell them, tetrasodium EDTA might be used for, people that are using the soap in a hard water area and, different things. So I try not to, distance myself from soaps that have all these so-called bad ingredients. And, I try and figure out what's the point of them being in there. And I'm not really sure if, all these soap makers that are coming out these days, are they, choosing to go vegan for the reason of, whether they really are, someone that's wanting to stay away from, using animal fats or whatnot, or if it's something that they really believe it works better for their skin. But for me, I know what soaps work best for me. And so I'm still in the, the process of figuring out, for instance, Saponificio, Veracino, Dolomiti gives me the absolute best shaves in the world. Why does that one work better than any of the other ones in their line? I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. But I really try and research it because it's a lot of fun for me, But
no, that's that's actually, that's really cool. In fact, the fact that you had a job also where you could use that knowledge just, solidified it in your head even more. So you were in a really good place. I think more consumers should dig into the ingredients and what they do, what's going on there.
Yep, exactly. Before I go, it's really funny that you guys, I just saw this thing going on last night. I'd asked Scott, I was like, did this already happen? And I was watching a few of Scott's videos at the beginning of my week off this week. I was listening to the new, Wet podcast or whatever that you and Con are doing. Douglas, I was watching, what's it called?
The Cutting Edge.
That's right, The Cutting. I got to tell you, it's really funny. I was listening to your guys' intro. The emails are so long. I'm like, are people going to be able to remember Con's email and Douglas's email with Douglas at the Cutting Edge Wet Shave Podcast?
Don't go there, David. Don't go there. Keep it shut. Yeah, I know. In my mind, I think that it's easy to remember. But, yeah, no, we don't get many emails, needless to say.
Before I jump off, I want to tell Douglas and Scott, you guys got to hold David accountable. This guy's got the biggest foul mouth in the world. This has been the cleanest episode because he's not able to talk and everybody else.
Can we cut this bastard off now? Fuck that. Bye, Zach, you dick.
Hey guys, thanks for letting me on. Okay, I appreciate it.
Hey, happy New Year's, Zach, and it's good to have you. And we'll be checking in real soon. And get down to that cold processing body soap. I want to get a sample bar before the year's up.
I'll keep in touch with you guys. Take care today. Happy New Year.
Right on, man.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay. Hey, we got time for one last guest. Is Tom ready or what? Because we're at the finishing line here.
Yep.
Well, we got. Well, I thought we had Nathan Clark for a second, but looks like he hopped out. Tom, are you ready?
Tom looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, Tom said that he's ready to go.
Click the button. Push the button, Bond. Oh, there we go. Welcome, Tom Boniello. Where is he? You guys see him?
Hey, fucking welcome.
There he is. There he is.
Welcome, Tom, to the show.
Shit popping up on my phone. What the fuck? I had to make a Twitter for this. I fucking hate you people. I went years without that shit. Yeah? We got the fucking dog staring. Fuck that noise. Oh, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Not much. Happy New Year's, Tom. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Happy New Year's. What's up?
Hey,
Saw that thing about the yesterday.
So what?
I saw that thing that guy wrote about your scuttles yesterday. Ha ha.
Oh, that was weird.
I don't know, fucking dick.
I totally missed it. What the hell?
I don't know. Some guy was bitching that the scuttles cost like $6. I don't know. He had his tampon fell out or something.
No. Some guy, he wants to do a group buy because he supposedly found my source for my scuttles.
Everybody,
that's my design. It's like you can't. I don't know.
Looking to
weird.
be an asshole.
Yeah, it was
Most
very
people,
weird.
like, fuck you.
But anyways, what's your new gear in wet shaving looking like, Tom? What any predictions, resolutions? Anything?
I got some. Sorry, I got like my shit all over because I was shooting before. I don't know. I got shit. I just got that new Nathan Clark brush. That thing's pretty fucking nice.
Illuminati.
Sorry, this shit is all over. My phone hates me right now.
Which knot?
Can't see anything. Which knot? The luxury silver tip. I got the MV White. It's supposed to be here Monday.
Nice.
Ordered that too. I got an MV White in a different bra.
Tom is married. His wife cannot be happy.
No. I have a girlfriend. Fuck being married. I don't know. I got the Horn Morrison Founder recently. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
That was nice.
Couple new razors. I got a new Karat like last week. All the razors are covered in oil, so it's not really look all that pretty, but like
that Karat
7-8.
He sent me the pictures.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful, man. Yo, I ordered this and he got it to me in like 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Like from when I placed the order to at my doorstep from Austria.
Wow.
I don't know, I got a whole bunch of razors here. I don't even know how to make this shit turn around on my phone, so I got to hold it around like an idiot.
Well, next time, educate yourself on your equipment there, sir.
I'm on my cell phone. Listen to me. I don't even know how to make this shit work. I don't know. I have a whole bunch of brushes here. These are all the ones that Mark in Australia honed. They're unbelievable. These are all the silver loaf ones.
I have one of yours.
Yeah, you have one of mine. A couple people have razors right now.
Big fucking razor, dude.
Right? That thing is like that thick. Like,
dude,
it's quite ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably 2 times as thick as any razor I've ever seen, dude.
I just got a brush from Chris Chandler for Christmas that Tim Blem made. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pearl inlaid in the bottom there.
Yeah, the straight razor with his silver tip knot, which is an awesome knot, super dense. I really like this knot at a silver tip knot. Usually I don't really like silver tips. I like tube and stuff better, but that knot's really nice.
Yeah, that handle is similar to the one that I have. Real nice.
Yeah, he saw your video and had it made the same shape.
Thomas.
Have yours done now straight.
Good night, Thomas. This is the closest thing I have to syrup. Sorry, he was signing off.
Oh, I didn't even know what I thought you were talking to me, Thomas. I'm like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nathan Clark just did. He took one of my Theta knots out of a Theta brush, and this is buffalo horn he did for me. This came out nice.
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 Other shit. What do we got here? Got some guns here. I don't know.
He's gonna give us a tour of everything that he owns. You're gonna see his underwear soon.
It's all still out. I got home when this was already on, so.
Very nice.
So, what are the predictions for this upcoming year? Everybody called to the 2015, the year of like aftershave, and all that. What do you think this upcoming year?
I don't know. I hear from every other person every other day that fine Italian citrus is coming back in. Don't think that'll ever happen. I don't know. The fuck? It's a weird question.
No, not really. It's the first of the year.
What the fuck? Everybody's gonna make soap again like they did last year. Some of it's gonna suck. Some of it's not gonna suck. Like same shit. The people that make soap now that's good is still gonna be good, and the people that make shitty soap are probably still gonna make shitty soap. Yeah. Right, dog? My dog agrees too. That's the truth. Every year there's like 100 new people making soap, and you try them. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. You don't know until you try it.
Sure. No, I guess what we mean by that is like last year seemed to be the year of aftershaves. Granted, people making aftershaves for years. That seemed like the big thing last year. Do you think it's going to be a big thing this year?
It's something somebody can make at their house. Soap is not as much, you know what I mean? It's not as easy to make. Aftershave, you throw like 6 things in a bottle, let it sit for 6 months, you know what I mean, or whatever time you let it sit for. So everybody's just making that because they can. It's easy.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I think people are still going to make aftershave next year because it's easy to make and it's something that they can.
Right. No, I'm not saying they're going to stop. I'm just saying what's going to be the next thing.
Keep asking. I don't know. What the fuck? Somebody's.
I'm sorry. It's the theme of the show, so I'm sorry.
I'm just wondering. I'm supposed to buy the
shit. Like, brings out something good. People say it's good. I'm gonna buy it and try it. If it's not good, what? There's somebody else.
Fair enough. Happy holidays, Tom.
Happy holidays, guys.
That's having Tom.
What the fuck?
Okay, we have time for
I've got to sign off, guys. I got to take off. So you might have one more guy come on, but I got to take off. So
right on, Scott. It's true. We do have 4 minutes left. We might as well cut out here. Thank you all for joining us this week, guys. It's been great. Great to be back. New year, new show. This is the Wet Shavers Roundtable episode, I can't remember, 27. And we'll be back next week with episode 28. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very interesting. It's been great hearing all your resolutions and predictions this year. So let's do this again. And I'll talk to you real soon. Douglas Smythe and Freaks, Arson Accoutrements, Scott the Clean Shaver, Scott Austin Miller the Clean Shaver, and David Gonzalez from So Sharp Limited.
All right.
Ciao, guys.